What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Discord Doodle Challenge. We are now at week 18. This was the doodle that we had for week 18. If you're new to the challenge, I provide a doodle every single week and then we see what other people see when they see the doodle. They draw out what they see and then submit it in the Discord. And we now get to look through everybody's submissions for that week. By the time you're watching this, week 19 will already be out on Discord. So you can go ahead and participate with that using the link in the description down below. Now I'm going to be brutally honest, I saw nothing this week, and so I want to see what everybody else has come up with. So let's scroll through the different suggestions. Up first is Rainbow. I know it's August, but I like me retail Xmas planning starting in February. So we've got a sort of festive kind of design where we've got a Christmas tree on the left hand side, and we've used the doodle by the looks of it perfectly there in the two socks. So it's been rotated upside down and then we've got the two socks on top. This Christmas tree looks exactly like one I did as a tutorial. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or Patreon now, but it definitely looks quite similar to that. Nicely done. Elhauser is up next. Oh, this is really cool. I didn't expect. So this is really cool because you've duplicated it, you flipped it, and then you look as if you've then sort of layered another one on top and it's made some heart designs. Very cool work, and all you need is love. That reminds me of Love Actually, the film. It's a great film. Let's then move on. We've got Kells and we've got some caterpillars, and you've used the doodle perfectly for the sort of antennae. Is it antennae or antennas of the caterpillars there, the little top areas of their head. Lovely work, nice and fuzzy work as well by the looks of it, adding in a couple of little extra streaks here and there just to show a bit more of a sort of unmonoline style design to it. Tommy, this is awesome. What's up with this one? We have some clown feet. Lovely use of reflection there in the water. The actual water is very tricky to do in any sense because you have to sort of, like you've done, draw the outline and not so much the whole sort of area. So you've done really well there on that one. Nicely done. Good use of highlights and shadows as well into the whole scene. And of course the doodle's been used perfectly there for both feet of the actual clown as well. Moving on, we've got Strongbird, and you have gone ahead and done a fishing lure as well. So you've got the two hooks underneath the fish. Perfect use of the doodle, just nicely fits in. And like I said, it was a trickier one to do this week, but that's a really good use case. Froggy's up next, where you've used it to create two bunny ears as well. That bunny, I can't tell if it's excited or scared. I always love seeing the expressions people put on sort of cartoon designs, because they can look all over the place in terms of different emotions, sadness, happiness, excitement, but it's always down to the person looking at it to decide what that expression actually means in an extent to them. This one I would say leans a little bit more on the excited side, but we've got the doodle being used there perfectly for the two ears. Nicely done, Froggy, great work. We then have Claire. This is a really cool use case for this. So we've got a toilet roll here, but you've used it in almost a 3D sense, because this side makes perfect sense. You can see the edge of the roll of the toilet roll, but then on this side you wouldn't see this curve here, but you've used it in a real 3D way to create this element. Really nicely done. Irina's up next. Two graceful swans. I would have not seen this. This is awesome. This is why I love the doodle challenge, because I get to see what you see when you see the doodle, and everybody else gets to see what everybody else saw as well. So we've got two swans here, perfectly done. Awesome work. I've got a swan tutorial over on Patreon if you want to check that out as well. Just a really kind of loose painting kind of style. This is awesome. Oh, okay. Rough Row is up next with a devil horns design. Yeah, that's lovely. No, it's great work, nicely done. All the different grooves in the face, and you've used the doodle perfectly for the two horns on the top as well. Bit of a different entry fee this week in the doodle challenge. We then have GC, who's also up next with some swans. This is beautiful. I love the shallow depth of focus. The detail in this is absolutely brilliant. Fantastic work on this. It just looks so good. Very sort of photorealistic as well, especially this one on the left hand side. Very good work on that. Love that. And finally we have creativity by Lisa. As always, a couple of different sketches. I'm not someone who draws faces very often, but it's always really interesting to see when people lay out the face, especially with this kind of cross design. It sort of structure to it to make sure that it fits and sort of works correctly as it should do. And then of course you've got a few different variations, but you settled on the bunny and it's absolutely fantastic. This is a real child's book illustration style. Absolutely fantastic. Now, as always, at this part of the video is where I pick my favorite 3. Your favorite 3 might be very different, but this is where I pick my favorite 3 for today's design. Not necessarily the best 3, but again, my favorite. So let's get into third place. In third place, I'm going to go with Claire, just because of the really sort of tricky use case that you've used it in for the toilet roll. Very nicely done. In second place, I'm going to go with Irina and their swans. Fantastic work. Very good use case for it. I never even saw swans, so it's really awesome to see. And in first place, I'm going to go with Creativity by Lisa. Beautiful design. Just really love the aesthetic of this. And it's always very cute work from yourself, so you've done really well this week. Congratulations to everybody with all of their submissions. You're all absolute superstars. And week 19 is available right now over on my Discord. Check it out using the link in the description down below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.